being a parent, you learn as you go. There's no like written manual or anything. You're literally just winging it. Nobody tells you that, but you literally just wing parenthood. That's the hardest part. It's just like finding that time for yourself, just to kind of feel like human again.
Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the Base Buddies podcast. Today's a very special episode. I mean, every episode is a special episode. Today we have Miss Jocelyn. She is an Air Force spouse. She's a brand new mom, and she's here to tell us her story. Hi, Jocelyn. So tell me everything about yourself.
Okay, that's a nice.
Like, where are you from?
I am actually from San Antonio, Texas. I was born and raised here.
Really?
So haven't PCS'd yet. Haven't moved. So I don't know what that life is like.
I know. So that's basically what I wanted to go ahead and talk to you about today. Like, you haven't moved, you haven't really experienced any type of PCS. However, you have been a Milspouse for a really long time. You've actually been really lucky to be stationed here for your entire tour, right? With your spouse. Yeah. That's crazy. So how has that been like? I know that you've met a lot of military spouses who have come and gone.
Yes, that's something that's really hard, because one of my good friends, Ella, she's also a first-time mom.
Yeah.
They just moved to South Carolina. So it's kind of hard. So I hear a little bit of of her saying there's nobody, she's just at home.
Mm-hmm.
I get kind of scared because I'm I think our time is coming soon.
Yeah.
So I'm going to be right there in that boat too, just feeling alone, not having anybody. Like I said, all my support system is here.
Mm-hmm.
So I can just drive 30 minutes to the south side. And I have my mom, my grandparents, and whatnot, and moving to a whole different state. That would be kind of scary.
Yeah. No, that's definitely one of the biggest things about being in this life, is that you get to move around so much. And the fact that you haven't experienced that, I think that's such a blessing in disguise, because you have your whole village behind you. I mean, you were born and raised in San Antonio, Texas. I know.
He's like, oh.
Hello. What's his name? Wylan, right?
His name is Wylan, James Wylan.
Wylan. Hi, buddy. He's like, yeah, I'm here. Whatever.
Literally the chillest thing ever.
Okay, first of all, tell me who you are. We skipped this part. We got straight into the deep.
We did.
Okay, first tell me who you are. I know this is the Halloween special, so I kind of wanted to, make it a little bit special, since it is spooky season. So I am Michael Myers. I'm Michael Myers, and who are you, Miss Jocelyn?
I am Barbie from Toy Story.
Barbie! You're the cutest Barbie I've ever seen in my entire life. Shut up. And then, what's Mr. Wylan being?
So, we actually don't celebrate Halloween.
No?
No. It's the one holiday that we just...
You don't celebrate?
No. Yeah. I actually bought this because at work, my section is doing Toy Story themed. Mm-hmm. So, I didn't want to be the only one just kind of left out.
Yeah.
Just costume and...
Yeah. No, it makes sense. I mean, it's everybody's preference. I personally like to dress up just to dress up.
It's cute, though.
It's cute. So how has it been being a brand new mom? I know when we met, you were not even remotely close to being
not even a thought.
Being a mom.
It's just kind of if it happened, it happened.
Yeah. Tell me the ins and outs, what you've struggled with, what you loved about it.
So I actually love everything about being a mom. It's really cool. The only thing that kind of sucks is that sleep doesn't exist, girl. He's about to be 7 months on the 25th.
Yeah.
So we went past to the 4-month regression, and that part that part killed me.
Really?
Yeah. So when you have a mom tell you oh, motherhood is so beautiful. Yes, it's beautiful, but it's also hella ghetto.
Yeah.
Nobody tells you the bad parts, where this is one of the good parts is when your baby starts to kind of regulate their sleep.
Yeah.
And then the 4-month regression hits, and boom, you're just out of it again. Sleep
deprivation
is so real. Last night, for a good example, he woke up several times. I can't tell if he was breathing again, or if it
Mhm.
was like a nightmare or something. But it's like I said,
Oh no!
it's awesome, but it's crazy. Keep your hands to yourself.
He said, but I like the mic. Oh no! I bet it's also been like, how has that made you feel as like a person as a whole?
That's actually a really good question. So you kind of lose yourself because like your whole identity, you have to like refine that again. And that's probably one of the hardest parts because you kind of feel like your sole purpose at this point is to take care of the little one that you birthed and created. And it's not a hard question. It's very easy to answer, but like just trying to put in like a way for others to understand like who don't have children.
Yeah.
It's kind of hard. You just kind
Mhm.
of have to like go through it. Like you're trying to re-find yourself, re-love yourself because your body has changed in so many ways. You know, you see
Mhm.
yourself go from like, for me, great example, I was the skinniest twig ever. Still am, kind of. But like I noticed where certain parts of my body is just kind of like not how it used to be,
Mhm.
where I had more of a curve and now I'm just kind of looking like a box. And yeah.
Mm.
So it's just kind of like loving yourself again, finding who you are outside of being a mom. That's the hardest part is trying to find yourself again.
Trying to find or trying to love the new version of yourself,
Yeah.
basically,
Mhm.
and mourning the old version of yourself is
Mhm.
kind of the hardest part.
You have a hard time mourning your old self because you don't have
Yeah.
time to do it.
Yeah.
And the time that you do have, you're just kind of like, oh, I need to sweep the house. I need to mop the floors. I need to do this. I need to do that. I need to do that. But like at the same time, you also have to find you have to find at least an hour or an hour and a half of that time for yourself.
Mhm.
Because if not, you're going to be like me. You think you could do it all. And you end up putting yourself into like a really bad postpartum depression. Like I know I never felt alone, but it sometimes you do feel alone because you're just kind of like going through the days. And it's hard to cherish those moments too whenever you are like sleep deprived or you're feeling some type of way because they're only so little for so long. Get like maybe what 8 weeks of them being still considered a newborn. Then after that, they're like a little infant. Like him, he grew up so fast. They're already about to be 7 months. And I'm
Yeah.
still like, where'd the newborn phase go?
Yeah.
It's just kind of, I felt like a blur, but I still remember like bits and pieces of it.
You're still trying to learn as you go.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Being a parent, you learn as you go. There's no like written manual or anything. You're figuring it out. You're literally just winging it. Nobody tells you
Yeah.
that, but you literally just wing parenthood. And it makes sense because I remember like my mom, like being frustrated half the time. She was a single parent for the most part,
Mhm.
having 2 kids and just kind of straight up figuring life out.
Mhm.
So half the time she was like overwhelmed and just going through it. And there were times where she would snap at us, and I'm just like, they on her period? Like, what's wrong with
Yeah.
her?
Yeah.
And now, no, like now I get it.
Now you understand.
Yeah. That's the hardest part. It's just like finding that time for yourself. Just
Mhm.
to kind of feel like human again. Like
Mhm.
it sounds really gross. These are the things that nobody really talks about during your postpartum
Mhm.
is that showering. You feel like you can't shower and then you'll go days without showering. Like it's so gross, but
Yeah.
that is so true.
I mean, it's the truth.
Mm-hmm.
It's the reality of a lot of mothers,
Yeah.
especially new mothers that don't necessarily have a manual on how things should go and how things should be and how to take care of this, how to take care of yourself. Like it makes sense. How was postpartum for you?
Honestly, postpartum was really hard.
Yeah.
Because not only do you have a little one to take care of, but you also still have to take care of yourself.
Yeah.
You're trying to like keep yourself alive while you're in basically survival mode is what it feels like.
Yeah.
And you're taking care of a little life that you created. So it's really hard.
Yeah.
Now, so I actually decided to talk to a counselor. I'm speaking to a counselor, and then I ended up getting put on medications.
Okay.
So I'm on Zoloft. I recently just got an increase.
Okay.
So I was able to get an increasement on my Zoloft, and now I feel great. Like postpartum depression, it right now it doesn't exist, but it sometimes comes back.
Yeah.
But that's just kind of how it goes.
Yeah.
It's like when you're feeling like overwhelmed and all that, that's kind of when the Zoloft does help a lot.
I bet you just feel overwhelmed with like work, life, taking care of a baby, all that stuff.
Oh
right?
yeah, that stuff never really goes away. You know how I remember there was a lot of sayings like, "Oh, when you're a mom, you never clock out." Now I'm seeing, I'm like, girl, they were so right. Why didn't I believe that? Why didn't I ever like look into that? Or, you know, when you're a first time mom, you're gonna get a lot of unwanted advice. Try to like keep some of those advices in mind. Like don't be like, oh girl, I don't need that advice. No, there's a reason why they're telling you is because they went through it and they would want somebody else to know. But then you also get those advice where you're just like,
Yeah.
you know, like why would you tell me that?
Yeah.
But like I said, sometimes it does come back and you're like, oh, now I see what that person is talking about.
No, that makes sense. I'm sorry that you had to go through that.
It's okay.
I had no idea.
I kept really quiet on it. Like I was in survival mode.
Yeah.
Like you do what you got to do to survive just to like get through the day.
And I feel like life gets so busy that sometimes people don't even have time to like reach out to anybody.
No, because like I'll be honest, there's times where I don't even have access to my phone.
Really?
I lose my phone because I'm just so busy. Busy with him, busy with life, the household, just kind of figuring it out.
Yeah.
I drive almost everywhere without my phone, and I'm like, oh, my phone's at home. And I'm like, dang. So then I have to drive all the way back, get my phone, and then go back on the road.
Yeah. You're still working in medicine, right?
Yeah.
Oh, awesome. How's that been?
It's been good. The only thing is, like, it's just, like, the unnecessary stress.
Yeah.
Like that. Coworkers just kind of being buttheads.
Yeah, I mean, that's just regular.
Like I said, the regular work life that you go through, like, all the normal, I say normal stress, but... And then, like, I feel bad for him sometimes because I get home, I'm already overwhelmed. I'm trying to, like, decompress on the drive home.
Yeah.
So when I do get home, he gets a fresh version of me because he doesn't see me all day.
Exactly.
So that's why I just do my best.
Does he go to daycare?
He does go to daycare. We just started sending him to daycare not too long ago. And, you know, I noticed a lot of things have improved with him just being around other kids. He's actually slightly aggressive with other kids.
Really?
Yes. He grabs their clothes and, like, just kind of yanks them around.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
And he's only 7 months.
I can't imagine. I'm going to have a feral child. And I'm okay with that. We're just gonna figure that out.
Yeah, he's a baby. He's just a baby. He doesn't know anything.
He don't even know
He doesn't know anything. He's so cute. He's just so cute. He's just so cute. How did you and your husband meet?
Oh, okay.
I want all the deets.
Okay, so we actually met at Cowboys Dance Hall. It's like a country bar dancing place here in San Antonio. And I met him in the smoke pit. I had gone outside because inside it was just getting like a little too hot in there. So I walked outside. Yeah. And the crazy part is I actually had a boyfriend at the time. Hear me out though. Okay. I was trying to get out of that relationship, but it was kind of hard. Yeah. Because he just didn't really want to let go. So I was just living my life, you know, like I told him I didn't want to be in this relationship anymore. And he was just like, no, you know, we should try to make it work. And I'm like, stay over it. So, you know, like, I don't know if you know how that feels, but when they don't want to just let you go, you just kind of like do your own thing, kind of block them on everything. Yeah. You know, like end it yourself. Right. Well, I was in the smoke pit at Cowboys, and...
Were you with your friends?
I was with my friend. I was with my friend Jessica. She kind of would just like let me... She would just dip. Like, she would just leave, and I'm like, where did you go?
What the heck?
And I'm just kind of like walking around Cowboys by myself.
Yeah.
Where should my friend go, you know? She just like leave to go get a drink and didn't tell me anything or whatever. So at this point, we went outside. I don't smoke at all. But my friend did. And I was like, well, I guess, you know, like it is hot inside. So we walked out and I saw this cute white boy outside and I was like, oh, he's cute. And then he had this other friend I was like, oh, he's also cute. Like, what the heck? Yeah. So I just kind of like walked by him. He said hi to me first. Oh. Yeah, girl. Yeah.
I mean, I've met him. He's pretty charming.
He has a way with words.
Yeah, he's charming.
What also like had me sold was the fact that he has like that very like southern accent. I was like, ooh. And then the fact that he can dance is what also like was like a selling point.
Yeah.
Because I like to dance. I love to dance.
Yeah.
That night too was kind of a blur now because that was like almost 7 years ago.
Yeah.
But I still remember what we were both wearing. Sorry.
No, go ahead. So you guys, so he started dancing.
Yeah, so he asked me to dance. I think we danced to like maybe like 2 or 3 songs. Like really can't remember. Like I said, that was like a whole 7 years ago. My memory is just kind of like
it's okay.
Gone. That's mom brain, by the way. You get like a fog over your brain and lasts like that. And I was actually like kind of researching on that. It's from like not sleeping enough.
Like your brain just gets foggy.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, but it's okay. Okay. So you guys met at the dance hall and he's giving, or you give him.
I just gave him my Snapchat just in case. Because what I could do is I could just block him type of thing. It's not like anything as we're having to change my entire number. You know.
Yeah. And that's so true.
Yeah, I mean, it's harder to change your phone number because then you have to give out your number to like everybody else again because of a weirdo.
When did it start like being so serious? As in like he's literally, you're his girlfriend, right? Like it fast forward, you become his girlfriend. And then he proposes. Like when did it get to that point?
I want to say we got together March 16th. And then we would go on quite a bit of dates too. We would go like horseback riding and stuff like that.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. Our favorite place to go to, well, his favorite place is Buffalo Wild Wings. I hate Buffalo Wild Wings.
Really?
Yeah. I just don't like I'm okay with chicken, but like I don't like chicken. Girl, we grew up broke.
Yeah.
So chicken was just like almost at every dinner.
So it was always chicken.
Always chicken. And so now I can't. Like, I'll eat chicken. Don't get me wrong. I'll eat it. But I'm just like.
Yeah. So you guys went on a bunch of dates. Mm-hmm. You become his girlfriend. And then when does he propose? Like, how did he propose?
It was sometime in January. That date was really fuzzy. He proposed someday in January. It was an evening. It was in the living room of our old house in Alamo Ranch area. It happened in the living room. It was like probably like 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning. I don't even know why we were awake. Man, I actually do not remember what was said. Like I remember like certain events, but like if anything.
You don't remember how he proposed?
We were sitting on the couch and I think we were just talking and it was just like one of those like emotional talks. And he just like proposed to me right then and there. And it was so crazy because I want to say like a week or 2 beforehand, he actually went back home and that was when he bought me a ring.
Oh, so he already knew.
Yeah, but it makes me wonder, like, when does a guy truly know that, like, oh, hey, like, she's the one?
I heard it was between 2 to 6 months. That's when, like, I heard that's when a man truly knows whether or not he wants to spend the rest of his life with.
So crazy.
Yeah. So, I don't know. So, what surprised you most? So, since, like, he proposed, you guys got married, right?
Yeah.
And so, was it like a court wedding or was it like an actual wedding? Like, how was it?
So we were actually planning a wedding.
Yeah.
But then he got orders to deploy, so then it was just a courthouse wedding. But you know what? I'm actually really grateful for the courthouse wedding because it was only like $180 versus almost like $14,000.
Yeah, girl.
Wedding. Like, I'm sorry. I don't know what I was thinking. I think I was just like, oh my God, it's a wedding. Like, and I'm planning it. Like, I was so excited.
Yeah.
When I look back on it, I'm like, dang, $14,000 for a wedding. And I know there's people out there that would spend like $20,000 to $30,000.
Yeah, girl.
I'm like, that's a car. Like, you could buy a whole car and just pay it off like that. Like, so for me, I was really grateful that it was a courthouse wedding. $180, you can't beat that.
Yeah.
You know? No,
that part. Our wedding was so small. It was about like 50 people. We rented out a cabin. It was like $100.
That's not bad.
Yeah, no. And then my dress was like $50. And we literally just got married out in the back of that cabin. Like, it was the quickest, cutest wedding. And it was in Washington State. Remember I told you we were stationed there?
Yeah.
Yeah. So it was in Washington State and it was overlooking the PNC. So it was Yeah, it was so pretty.
Girl, we just had a view of like the
The judge.
But
That's so funny.
I don't know. I preferred that. And then like,
Yeah.
we talked about like actually having like the reception part.
Yeah.
It's like the reception, like the party afterwards. And I was like, you know what? No, because the way I see it, like we could have used that money for something else. And so that's just what we did. And we didn't have like a party or anything. It's kind of like, it is what it is.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
And so, kind of backtracking, whenever you guys were dating, did you know that he was in the military?
When I met him, no. And the crazy part is, so I actually have a thing for military guys. Like,
Me too, girl. Don't worry.
like,
I married one.
My ex before him, he was a civilian. So he was actually probably one of the ones that I just kind of like went for. But before that, there was a history of just military guys.
Really?
Yeah. There was 2 Army. There was, no, there was 3. They were all Army now that I think about it. Oh my God. Oh man. And I think I was like talking to a Marine at one point. But I just always had a thing for just military men. Like, I don't know, girl, can't help that.
Yeah.
So when I met him, I was just like, oh man, like he looks like a civilian, like
yeah.
kind of hoping I would break that chain. And then he told me, I think it was like our 3rd date when I kind of like figured out. It was our 3rd date when I had found out that he was military because he was talking about like his job. He was like, oh, I'm a dog trainer in the military. And I was like,
yeah.
Like, it was just kind of like, man, I can never escape these men. Like, what the heck? So I thought that part was really funny because right when I was like, oh, I get to kind of escape, like whatever. No, girl, they just follow me everywhere.
They just follow me
And
everywhere.
then his friend was also military as well.
They usually hang around in packs.
No kidding, I'm learning that now.
They usually hang around in packs. All of them.
Coworkers.
All of them. They usually hang around in
And
packs.
I think that is so neat too. One of the things that they tell you, like in the military world, they truly do become your family.
Yeah.
Like your family away from family. And
yeah.
I can't say won't ever because there's gonna, Austin's time is coming up in probably like a year and a half or so where we are gonna have to move. But I'm kind of hoping they keep him here because he just had surgery and all that.
Yeah.
In February. Girl, let me tell you about that real quick. So he had emergency surgery on his knee on February 27th.
Mm-hmm.
I was like big and pregnant, so like Wyland could have came like any day.
Mm-hmm.
Any day.
Yeah.
And I ended up having it on March 25th. So it was only like of him being a month post-op. He came. He was still running around and like can't even say running around. Homeboy was just hopping on crutches.
Wow.
Yeah, like that was the craziest thing, by the way.
His knee surgery and the fact that you were about to blow.
And then a newborn. It was just like back to back, man. That was so hard.
That's insane. Yeah. Dude. So you guys got married, right? So what surprised you the most about being in this life now? You're a military spouse, new identity. What surprised you the most?
The support system is bigger.
Really?
Yeah, because his coworkers, they, like the wives, they're just like, oh, if you ever need a date night, just call us up.
You know what? The canine family has been so tight-knit.
Yeah.
It's been actually kind of refreshing.
It is.
To
like,
see.
They check on you. They actually check on you. I don't know if like the other units are like that, but the canine unit, they are extremely close. And that was something I didn't even realize.
You didn't even realize? Yeah, because like I feel like all of like us, like Milspouses, basically, we have moved so many times. We know how it is. We know how lonely it can be. So if we can just provide any type of anything to our fellow military spouses that are probably going through the same thing, it's kind of like a,
hand. So,
exactly.
Yeah, like a lot of the girls too. Like, I don't know. Do you know who Terry is?
Terry?
Name's Terry. We call him Terrible Terry.
Oh, no.
Yeah, so we call him Terrible Terry. And He was actually in the hospital. I can't remember what was going on. It
Oh
was something with
no.
his kidney or liver, and he has 3 boys and a wife.
Oh.
So when they were going through all of that, I could only imagine, like being mom. I know that they're not from here. So I
Right.
was like reaching a helping hand to her. I was like, hey, like if you need help with anything, either if it's like pickup, drop off, whatever for like daycare or like school wise, whatever, I was willing to
You are so
change my
sweet.
schedule for that because it's hard when
It
you
is.
have a parent that's just out in the hospital and as a like in that moment you kind of are a single parent, like you're having to figure life out while your husband's in the hospital, you're at home by yourself with your kids. Like I can't with 3 boys, girl, I'm gonna tell you, with one it's crazy. I can't imagine with
That's insane.
and he's only like 7 months. He's barely crawling, or I can't say barely, but like he's been crawling around for some time.
He's barely a human.
He's figuring life out. He's so like everywhere.
Oh my god. That is so funny. So, being here, like we talked before, so considering that you haven't PCS'd anywhere, or, you guys have been so lucky to be
He's been
like
here since
stay.
2017.
Yeah, like being stateside for I don't know how he finessed that, but but like has being in Texas, your home state, made things a lot easier for you, right?
Oh yeah, 100% easy.
Yeah.
Especially now that we have him, because like if I need that moment to myself, like let's just say he's busy or he's overwhelmed and he also wants a break, like I can be like, you know what, I'm just gonna go to my mom's. I'll be back. I'm gonna go to my mom's.
Yeah.
I have that help. Or I go to my grandparents' house.
And
Or
that's so nice having your family around.
it's so nice. Like, and it's such a blessing. And like my mom's friends that I grew up with too here, like there's one of them, she's in Corpus, so she's kind of like 2 hours away. But even when she's here, like they're just so helpful with him, and I can't be more appreciative like about that.
That is so nice to have.
It really does take a village. Like don't ever try to like take everything on by yourself, because you're just gonna put yourself in a hole and you can't.
Girl.
Like I'm gonna tell you that and everybody else that.
It's so easy for me to like hear that advice and be like, yeah, that makes sense. But to apply it is like it's like another different monster. Because I'm the type of person, I don't necessarily have a control issue, but I just think that explains control issue. No. No, I just think that I can do things like a lot better.
Yeah.
Like if I do it, okay, let's just say, I don't even know how to explain this. Okay. So I can accept help, yes, but
if it's not done your way, you don't want it.
Yeah, if it's not done my way, then there's a slight chance that it might not be, I guess, the way that I want it.
In your eyes, perfect.
Yeah, perfect. Yeah. Exactly. Which is something that I'm actively working on, by the way. I'm actively working on. I know it's hard. Exactly.
And now imagine having a child and being like that. That is something too. So one of the biggest things is I didn't really let Austin be a father in the beginning to him, because I didn't like how he was doing it.
Yeah.
And there's actually a book that I was reading, for the life of me, I cannot remember. Oh, it's How Not to Hate Your Husband. It's funny, okay? The title of it is really funny, and they actually, in that book, they advise you to get a counselor or a therapist to kind of like help you walk through this, because it's hard being a parent, especially, it doesn't matter if you're on baby 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It is hard.
So what's that book about?
So that book is actually how to not hate your husband during the process, and also when I was listening to the audiobook, how they were talking about you are always going to have your way when it comes to raising your children together, but he's also going to have his way, and you have to accept the fact that it's going to be way different than how you would do it.
That's going to be hard for me, girl.
It is hard. It is hard. It caused a lot of arguments, if I'm being honest.
Really?
Yes.
Well, it makes sense because it's two different people trying to raise one particular person, right? Yeah. With two different mindsets, two different ways of speaking, two different ways of dealing with situations. And so it makes sense.
It does. It's hard.
Wow.
It's hard.
I didn't really think about it that way.
Yeah, so when you're thinking about like, oh, I think we're ready to have a baby, make sure that you have a counselor in hand, make sure you have different kind of books that will help guide you through that. Not even so much books, but just like a counselor to guide you, cuz girl, it is crazy hard.
Wow.
So,
And
like, you may be very loving and nurturing, and this is what the book was talking about too. How moms are always loving and nurturing, while the dads, they're just basically there for the child to have fun with. Like that's all it is, like a play bait, like a play buddy.
mhm.
Because when I see the relationship between him and my husband, sometimes I envy that because it's all play versus like him and
You have to
I.
deal with all the hard
It's
stuff.
nurturing and like the loving, caring portion. Like the raising portion is more like on mom. And trying to like make it 50-50 between us. It's kind of hard because there's times where he prefers him and I'm like so appreciative of that because then I get like irritated. And then there's times where I have to step in and be like, no, it has to be done like this so he can take a nap or like however. Because when he's with Austin, it's playtime. He won't sleep with him unless he's like really tired.
Yeah, and two, he's little. Like he's little.
Mhm.
So he's not really gonna. I guess I don't know. I don't have a child. I'm not a parent, but I guess he won't necessarily need his dad until he's older. Question
Yeah.
mark.
Well,
But you need the dad.
I
'Cause-
need the dad.
exactly.
Also, there's a lot of research too on parenting. How the differences between mom and dad and why it's so important for children to have both families or like to have both parents in their life is because how I said the mom is the loving, nurturing type, the dad is the play. The dad will actually teach the child how to manage their stress and to actually just play. Like even if it's like rough playing, that actually helps the child
Wow.
like with stress, like develop, like learning how to deal with stress properly, and I don't know. There's like a whole bunch of stuff on you really have to just look up and research and read on it.
Yeah, that's a funny title. How not to hate my husband.
Yeah, how to not hate your husband? Cause like, girl, it's rough. Cause like you're breastfeeding, you look over and that mofo is just dead asleep, snoring away, and you're like. Every 2 hours, like having to wake up to feed the.
You're like, when does it end?
Yeah, you just kind of like choke him into sleep. No, because we've been through it.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, but I will say like the newborn stage was like the hardest. It's because yes, while you have dad helping, but the baby truly does need you, especially if you're breastfeeding.
Mm-hmm.
If you're formula feeding, it can go both ways. But when you're solely breastfeeding, that's when it's hard. Because you're just kind of like the baby needs you more than dad because it's not like dad can.
Exactly.
So it is like 100% on mom in the beginning.
Unless the baby takes formula.
Yeah, unless the baby's not formula, then it's so much easier.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we already talked about your husband's a dog handler, which is super dope. Mine is too. Mine is too. So as a dog handler's wife, what's something unique about his job that people don't necessarily know about
Oh man.
or might not realize?
When he comes home, he is just like emotionally and like mentally dead.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. You know why? Because I think that
Physically dead too.
yes, absolutely. What most people think that dog handlers do, they just think that they play with puppies all the time
It's
and
not
like
even-
play with dogs.
It's hard.
It's not only, well, yeah, you play with the dog because that's how the dog learns, but not only that, you literally get mauled sometimes.
You get bit, yeah.
You get
I
mauled,
don't
you
know how
get
many
bit.
times he comes home and he's like, "Oh yeah, dog bit me," and I'm like looking at it, making sure it's not getting infected, making sure he's cleaning it, like, and because he won't go and get it looked at because he doesn't want the dog to get put in confinement. Yeah, they have to confine the dog just to make sure like they're not gonna get. It's a process that he doesn't want the dog to go through because then that puts a dog back and they have a timeline that these dogs have to be out by.
Mm-hmm.
So it kind of like puts a hold on the dog. So he's just like toughing it. He's just kind of like figuring it out at home. And I'm over here praying to God that he's not going to get infected.
Well, it's a good thing that you work in medicine.
Yeah.
It's a good
Might
thing
keep
that
that thing clean.
it's a good thing that you work in medicine. Oh my god. Do you ever get to interact with the dogs? I've never interacted with the dogs.
If I visit him at work, yeah.
Really?
Mhm.
How?
So If I just tell him like, hey, I'm gonna go visit you at work today, and he knows like I love dogs too, so I'll be like, oh, which dog can I pet?
I know you guys have like 5 dogs.
We have like 2 now because we had to put one down. He got.
Oh no!
You didn't know about Balto?
No.
Okay, so
Wait, I think I might have seen a post.
yeah, we had to put Balto down. He was having like a lot of incontinence issues, and it was just girl. It was time. He was already going blind. He wasn't ever aggressive, but he already had dementia. He got diagnosed with dementia, and that was really hard because I don't even think I told Austin that he was diagnosed with dementia because I didn't want him to know. Because when dogs have dementia, they actually have like a possibility of being
Really?
yeah,
But why wouldn't you tell him?
because he wouldn't want him to get
Mm.
because of the aggression.
Oh my goodness.
And he did. He bit me once while I was pregnant, but it wasn't bad. Like it's because he got startled.
You love dogs so much.
I do, yeah.
You love dogs so
He
much.
bit me, and I was like,
You're like, that's just a baby. It's okay.
He can't remember.
He doesn't know.
going through-
He's old. He doesn't remember.
Yeah, and the reason why like they're like, no, he has dementia is because he would look at a wall and just kind of like space out so hard he couldn't remember I'm assuming he couldn't remember what he was doing because he would just walk around so like lost. He
Yeah.
was lost all the time, and that's
so
how
sad.
it's sad when you see them deteriorate. Because
It's so sad.
and
What the
I
hell?
felt so bad for my husband because he worked with that dog since he or 2.
That's so sad. And he was a previous working dog too.
Yeah. So that was his prodigy, his baby. So when he finally retired, he was only in retirement for like a year and a half before we had to put him down
Wow.
because he just deteriorated so quick. And like I said, the incontinence issues, it got to the point to where my maternity leave was ending, and I didn't want him having an accident at home and just sitting in it. He also had like a really bad problem just.
Mm.
So if he if he pooped in the house like it was like an accident, he would eat it. It was gross, and then the whole house would stink.
Ew.
Like he was just kind of like at that point where
He was just not having quality of life.
yeah,
He was just not having good quality of life.
it was hard because another thing too was trying to keep the house clean and making sure that the house didn't smell. Just trying to hide these things from Austin because I did that for an entire week, and then I realized I was like, oh shoot, I only have a week left at home. So it was like I don't want Austin to come home
Mhm.
and having to deal with the house smelling and like trying to figure out how long has it been since Balto went outside and stuff like that because you had to take him out like every 30 minutes to an hour.
Every 30 minutes to an hour?
Yeah, he would have incontinence issues. Couldn't hold anymore.
Dang, so it was like serious.
It was bad.
He was not having a good
He
quality.
was on Librela injections to help with his hip so he could walk.
Mm-hmm.
I tried to like keep that dog going. Did everything, and it was hard.
That's so sad.
So that's when we just did the decision. I didn't want to, but we had to.
Mm.
So he's at home, wooden box.
At least he's coming with you. At least he's with you guys always.
I wanted his ashes because I told him.
Yeah.
Because what? I tried to get a picture of Wylan and him,
Mm-hmm.
or Balto. He didn't want. He would just walk away. I was like,
Wow.
disrespectful.
He probably didn't even remember.
No, and the crazy part is during my entire pregnancy, he always cuddled up on my belly. From like first trimester, second trimester, and the last trimester. He was just always cuddled up with my.
And then when he actually came out, he wanted nothing to do with him. He was
Don't know
so
him
funny.
anymore.
He was such a funny
That
dog.
was fake. No, I'm just kidding.
No, whenever he was, with us, he was so funny. He was so freaking funny.
The
And
thing-
cute and sweet. He was
He
so
was very
sweet.
sweet dog. Yeah.
He was big, though. He was a big
You
dog.
can only imagine the size of those dumps too. Girl, it was bad.
She said every 30 minutes to an hour, I had to take him out. And the size of his thumbs were like this big.
Were massive. And he would literally go, turn around and like eat it. And you're just like, oh, like, God, it would stink so bad.
Oh
And
no.
you can only imagine like how bad it would smell, and the whole house just smelled like that.
Oh,
So I was like basically mopping the floors every day
Okay.
and just like hoping that Austin wouldn't question why was the house like why did the house smell so good?
Oh my god.
Because I had to make that time. So I had to hurry and do everything, all of that in 30 minutes before Austin came home.
Yeah. Smelled like flowery shit.
me with the sprays, the tropical fart.
The tropical fire. Literally. Oh my god. Well, at least like I said, he's with you guys always, and even in spirit, and you guys have his
Still finding
little
his dog fur everywhere, and I love it. Like I don't know,
it's like a little present.
it is. I actually kept some of his fur too in the plastic bag in the diaper bag, and it just goes everywhere.
Oh, you are so sweet. You love
very
him.
attached to that dog.
You love him. How are your other two dogs?
They're good.
Gizmo.
Gizmo.
Oh my god.
Right.
Gizmo, a little tiny corgi.
Yeah, he's good. They're both good. I noticed that since Gizmo too. Gizmo was very attached to me during my pregnancy, and even now, like he's attached to him.
Yeah.
Yeah. He prefers him over me now, and I'm just like,
how dare you?
And at the same time, I'm really grateful for that because my
Yes.
biggest worry was, oh, what if the dogs aren't?
Mm-hmm.
What if the dogs aren't nice?
Yeah. Aww. What about the bougie?
So it was kind of hard for Bougie, I guess, in the beginning. She would kind of like nip at me. Girl, it was hard because then it was just like constantly like reinforced.
Mm.
A lot of reinforcement. Sometimes I would just like hit her because it was just out of frustration. Why did you nip my kid? Or why did you nip me?
Mm-hmm.
And then now she just loves him.
Oh, it just takes some getting used to.
Mm-hmm.
It just literally gets some getting used to. Has motherhood changed the way that you see like the military life itself?
Yes.
How?
You don't want to just bring anybody. Because you know how like you would everybody and you bring them over to your house, it didn't matter. And now as a parent,
Mm-hmm.
kind of like, that person is
Mm.
kind of
Like coworkers and stuff.
yeah. Or another thing, a lot of like like my husband's coworkers now, they're a little bit older than him. He's kind of like the young one.
Mm-hmm.
So their kids are already like halfway grown. They're like teenagers and being like going off to college. He's the one that just kind of like started over.
Mm-hmm.
It viewed me very differently because now I see life differently through his eyes. So it's just like I'm more cautious of who he's around, or like if I notice people, they're just there to party all the time. I'd be like, oh, like I'll tell Austin, like if you want to go, you can go. It's like, but we're just gonna be at home.
Mm-hmm.
And the other thing too is it's hard. It is hard as a parent because you have him on a schedule, and if you go past like that's no days.
Yeah. No, dude, I bet. But what about like whenever he gets older and you guys have to like PCS and stuff like that? Have you ever thought about that?
I think about it. I think about it often, especially with Austin's time coming up and possibility of moving. He wants to actually go to Montana.
Oh, I love Montana.
I've never
It's so nice. I
I
think you would
saw-
love it. I think you specifically, knowing how like country you are and outside you like to be, like
outdoorsy.
yeah, outdoorsy.
I already told him that
yeah.
if we end up moving to Montana, that if there is a moose in the front yard, I'm calling to work. I don't care. I ain't walking outside because I'm not trying.
They're
to fight
huge.
moose.
Have you ever seen like?
I've never seen them in real life. I have seen that they are pretty territorial. Like they will fight a vehicle.
I've never seen one in real life, but I know that they're over 6 feet tall.
They're tall as hell, girl.
Like over like 7 feet tall. I didn't even know that.
They're big. Big.
I didn't know that they were that big.
It takes a big caliber too
Really?
to take them down. Yeah.
You're so funny.
That's why I'm just like, I'm gonna call in if there's a moose in the front yard because I'm not gonna like.
Yeah.
Even an elk, I don't care. Like I'm not doing.
No, girl, I think you thrive in Montana. For real.
So I know like we would thrive in Montana because we love to go hunting.
You love outdoorsy stuff.
Yeah, just outdoorsy people.
Yeah.
Now the hardest part is being able to make time for that. Like yeah, he can go because I can just.
Yeah.
But like for us to go do that stuff together, that would be the hard part because I don't trust very well when it comes to mainly him.
Yeah.
I'm more like, Like that's
Yeah.
why I like being in San Antonio, is because I have family that I can rely on to watch him if it's just for like a couple hours.
Yeah. Makes sense.
Yeah. Like my best friend, she lives in they're stationed in Germany, and I think they're coming back sometime in the States soon. They have like a year left or whatever. But she was saying like it's hard in Germany.
Really? I mean, I would
Making friends
understand.
out there is harder for her.
Really?
Yeah.
Why is that?
She's more like an introvert.
Oh, she's an introvert.
And then like the friends that she did make, they all moved.
Oh, that's the worst. That's the worst part about like being in this life in general. I think that's the worst part about being like in this life in general, because you can come in like to a new duty station, meet incredible milspouses, and then they have 6 months left. And then they leave.
And then they're gone. And then,
And then you have to start over.
all over. Yeah.
But it's the same like situation for them too, because they leave, they go to a new duty. It's like this toxic cycle of
It's
just
so toxic. But like
it's like loneliness.
Yeah.
You know?
And then like if you're kind of like so like me, I'm slightly awkward. Like at first, I'm just kind of like it's because I don't know how to like.
Yeah.
I don't know what to say to people because I don't want them to get like a bad impression of me, because I'm just really quirky. Like I can be a lot for some people.
You are.
Yeah, my bubbly personality, it can be really like a lot like overwhelming for some people that aren't used to me. So that's why
I think you're great.
because we're both very bubbly.
Yeah.
Kind of like outgoing.
Yeah.
And then you met me before like momhood.
That's true.
So like now another thing too about momhood, brave social interaction.
Really?
During your return. Yeah. At home with the baby.
Just isolated.
That too. That's why.
That's crazy. I've never thought about, my sisters, they have their own kids, and they've gone through basically the same thing that you've gone through whenever it comes to being a first-time mom and everything along those lines. But I never even like put it into perspective about how lonely it can be to be like a first-time mom, and also like being a milspouse on top of that.
It's very isolating.
That's
especially
crazy.
if you don't have it at home, like where you're stationed.
So I think that you're really, really lucky.
Yeah, I was so lucky to be here and still like have my family around, to where like my mom would just come over every day or like every other day when she could, to just kind of like help me out, so I could sleep, so I could shower, just feel human.
That is so nice. But meanwhile, your spouse is working like 12-hour shifts every day.
Honestly, that's what it feels like.
Yeah.
Because when he did have to go back, it was hard. Because I'm by myself all day. Yes, I could have just drove to some family member's house, but he was so little then. Like I was so scared of him getting sick. But then when I realized, like, hey, if I don't expose him to the outside, he'll never have that immunity. So that was when I started going out. But it was so hard to go out because I didn't have the proper stroller. I didn't have like the proper things because I didn't think about stuff like that. The stroller that we did have, girl, that thing was so massive. Like if I would pick it up, I would like fall back. Like it was so big for no reason. Because I think it's just because I'm not like your average human size. Like I'm like fun size.
No, you are. You're tiny. You're very tiny.
And so for me, it was just
the fact that you carried that baby is crazy to me.
Girl, for real, he's so big.
He is.
How could you?
He's like double your snow.
No, legit. Like this kid's definitely gonna 100% be a lot taller than I am.
He's so cute though. He's just a baby. What do you hope your little one understands about growing up in the military life?
I pray that he learns that it's okay to instantly make. Like they're eventually gonna move away, and that's something that's gonna be so hard because as a child they may not understand why they have to go. Like you know what I mean? But the best part about that too, because my mom grew up military, so she has friends everywhere. She has friends all over the United States, and that's something that that's like the brighter side of it. Like you have friends everywhere you go. Now I hope that he can handle. Like the little heartbreaks that he's gonna go through when it comes to like us having to move for them having, and just kind of that. That's something like I really do hope that he can properly. it's gonna happen.
That is so sweet, but it's so true.
Yeah, like I can't sit here and say like, oh no, girl, like no, I'm gonna, he's not gonna make friends with people that are not military because it doesn't matter. Even if their family is like all civilian or they're a military family, we're gonna be the ones sending them at some point.
At some point,
Hmm.
is he gonna do 20 years?
I don't know what his goal is. I want to say he's already been in like 13, 14. So I'm assuming he's pushing.
Yeah,
the
might as
20.
well.
Might as well.
Yeah, right.
Get us a tracker for life, baby.
Give
Give us
that's
those
right.
bennies.
I know. I know, that's right. That is so freaking funny. Oh my god.
Like this. Come on, man. We have a little one, so like we kind of need your benefit.
Okay, so before we wrap this up, I want to go ahead and just do some quick fire questions. Okay, so what's one thing that you would tell your past self before becoming a milspouse?
To love yourself so much more because this life is gonna change. You're gonna go through so many freaking heartbreaks. So the best thing is to just live, just push through it because it's gonna suck, but it's gonna get better at the same time. Your friends are gonna move away. You're gonna meet new people. Go on swimming.
Keep on keeping on.
Yeah.
Keep moving forward.
Yeah. You know what's so crazy? I actually have this tattoo right here. It's an arrow because when life holds you back, you're gonna slingshot forward.
Heck yeah.
And that is something, I truly believe God had me get this tattoo
Yeah. Okay.
because in this life right now, like with just being a military spouse,
Mm-hmm.
there's gonna be so many things that's just gonna keep not so much holding you back, but it's just gonna keep like pulling on you.
Yeah.
And then eventually one day it's gonna let go and boom, you're just gonna keep on going. So like I said, it's hard. The heartbreaks are so real. Like when your friend moves away, because when like my friend Ella, we would try to do as many play dates as we can. And then when they told us they were getting orders to go to South Carolina, I was actually really saddened by that. Because our boys, like they would kind of play together. We would go swimming together with the kids and that. We crazy part is we were actually pregnant right around the same time.
Really?
She got pregnant, and then I got pregnant. Like probably like a month after.
Wow.
So we were like maybe like a month or two apart.
That's crazy.
Mhm.
So just keep moving forward, girl.
Just keep going
I have
forward.
that tattooed on me actually.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
When you can apply it to like your everyday life too, it makes everything so better.
What's the funniest thing that's ever happened to you in this life?
In this life,
Mm-hmm.
life just keeps fucking you.
Stop.
It's so funny because right when you think it's gonna like it's already worse, girl, no, like
Girl,
gets it again.
who you telling? So what's a scenario? That's a really funny scenario that you can think about.
I want to say like not even for me, but just for my husband because I can't say it doesn't affect me because it kind of does affect me, but like the whole shutdown.
Yes, talk to me about that.
So we weren't broke, but we were like kind of getting there because we were already going through the struggles of like selling his boat because there's no water really here.
Yeah.
It's too hot. Like it just keeps evaporating or
Yeah.
whatever. And so we were trying to sell this boat so that we could possibly have extra money, just kind of like
Yeah.
the savings.
So going back,
Yeah.
tell me about when you first realized that this shutdown was real and it was going to be affecting you guys. And how did it affect you guys?
When they started furloughing people. That's when it became very real. Because you know how like the other time that they have a government shutdown, it's literally for like 2 hours or something and then like back on business because they didn't agree. At this point, it was when the civilians were being sent home. Because that meant that, like our significant others who are military, they were the ones being put to work a lot harder than others. Like there's times when my husband comes home and he's so tired. He is so tired because he had to do his job plus other people's jobs. And so it's like you feel like that too, or you try to leave them alone for a couple hours so that they can like decompress because not only are they doing just theirs, they're doing like the work of like the civilians.
Yep.
So that's when it became so much more real, is when he told me that his friend that when Autumn was furloughed, or when it's just like the civilian section, like furloughed.
Yeah.
They got sent home.
And how did you feel?
At that time, I didn't feel anything because I didn't know how it was going to affect him.
Right.
Until he was telling me, he was like, like I kind of miss our civilians because now I'm having to do mine plus theirs
Yeah.
work. So that's when I was like, oh shoot, like this is for real. And then it was kind of like that whole thing where they had already gotten paid October 1st.
Mm-hmm.
So you were like, okay, we're okay.
Yeah.
And then you started panicking and freaking out because the 15th is coming up and there was no decision made, and you were just kind of like, oh, like how are we gonna live?
Yeah.
Type of situation.
Mhm.
Like with the military, fortunately there are programs to kind of help you. Like I learned that they cannot evict you from your home. They cannot foreclose your home. Like now your vehicles, that's kind of a different thing because think about it. They're government property.
Yeah.
They're gonna be worked, whether they're gonna get paid.
Okay.
And so these companies that are out there, they help them because they understand that this is out of your control.
Mm-hmm.
So I was more thinking like, oh shoot, how are we gonna pay for daycare? Because yeah, I can pay it, but then we're gonna be like broke.
Right.
Because we rely on each other's income.
Right. Of
So
course.
it's like when there's that one income that's not there,
Yeah.
ooh, we're definitely gonna pay it.
Yeah, it's
And
a
then-
partnership.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So I was getting like really worried. He was telling me like we're not gonna like let's not stress about it. Like we got this. There's credit that we can use and
Yeah.
stuff like that. Like he threw out a number at me. He told me a number because I was like really stressed.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, does that mean I'm gonna have to work overtime to kind of like make up for it? Like how are we
Mm-hmm.
gonna do this? And he was like, don't stress about it. We can put it on the credit cards. And then when we do get paid, we're gonna pay it off. And I was like, okay. Like that's
So using isn't that crazy? That you had to rely on credit cards or even think about relying on credit cards and loans to even get your basic bills paid.
Yeah, and one thing that truly like made me realize that this was so real, not just for like us, but like other families in general, is that I had a military friend, like they're duo military.
Okay.
So their marriage is
Dang.
duo. So it's hard for them. They have kids. This is the
Yeah.
hardest part is that one of her kids actually depends on medication. And if they're not getting paid, how can they afford to pay for that?
Right.
So I let her use my FSA card to pay for medications for their child to survive.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, that's hard. That's the hardest thing. And then recently I heard that TRICARE was shut down, like the health portion, like our insurance or something. I don't know if that's true or not. I'm praying that it's not true.
I don't think it is. I think it would have been like a really big thing.
And SNAP for the month. So that's why I'm like thinking like, oh shoot, because if you go like in terms of it, our health insurance through TRICARE, it's basically government.
Yeah.
We basically have Medicaid, glorified Medicaid.
Yeah. I don't know. I'll look that up for real.
Yeah, because when I heard something about that being shut down too, I was like, oh shoot.
Oh heck no.
Then I was like, oh man, like I missed a deadline then because I could have put him on my insurance at work.
Yeah.
And I was like, no, because we have TRICARE, like we're okay. And then the deadline was Friday, and I was like, shoot, I should have just put him on my insurance, and I should have just coughed up the extra $50. Like I should have just did that.
I just think it's so crazy that this whole government shutdown thing is happening because our service members are literally getting told to go to work with no pay or no guaranteed pay, which is the craziest thing because most service members join to get guaranteed pay, not only just guaranteed pay, but to serve our country, but most of all to get guaranteed pay, guaranteed benefits. It's kind of like a slap in the face to all of our service members when this whole thing is happening. So when it comes to that, what do you wish, like, I guess the government would do in future occasions if this happens again for our service members?
To keep having, like my biggest wish is to keep paying them because, like, this is crazy. Like, you're punishing,
obviously,
you're punishing those people and their families for what? Because two people can't agree?
Yeah.
Like, for people that can't come into agree of terms or something?
Exactly.
And the hardest part is that they don't. I think some of them do know how hard it is affecting us. I mean, because then there's kids that are going without. Like yeah, there's programs out there to kind of help us at food banks, but it's just kind of like, what about the people that relied on? So there's military families that rely on WIC. I don't rely on WIC, but WIC is nice to have. So when they told us that we may not even get like the the benefits for WIC too, I was like, hold up. I rely on that for like
Right.
for like the fruits and the vegetables to make sure that because now that he's eating more solids, I give him solids. I give him some of the
Yeah.
foods that we eat, and so that kind of like goes back to him, not so much us, but him.
Mm-hmm.
And then of course they help with. I don't use formula because I breastfeed, but they provide the purees. They pay for purees.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
What I think that should happen is that I think that government officials should essentially have rules, and not rules, but laws, and maybe some like just laws that protect our service members.
Mm-hmm.
That way they can continue to get paid because they are essential workers,
Yeah.
instead of cutting their pay and then making them work because they're essential workers. I think that's such a
That's
exactly, that's like an ass backwards thing to do in a sense. If your life was a Halloween movie, have you watched Halloween movies? Do you not celebrate Halloween?
I don't celebrate. So we don't celebrate Halloween.
But have you seen scary movies?
Yes.
Okay. If your life was a scary movie, which scary movie would it be?
Probably The Conjuring.
Why would it be The Conjuring?
I never thought about that. I just kind of just said The Conjuring because I love The Conjuring. But
Yeah. The Conjuring. That's crazy. You don't have to answer that. It's okay.
That's a hard question.
She said, I don't know.
I don't know.
Just The Conjuring.
Just The Conjuring.
Okay. So what are you looking forward to next year in this motherhood and military life?
Man, I'm still trying to get through this, but to kind of like have more mom friends with children of like the same age group because that is so hard in this.
Yeah.
That's the hardest part here, is because they're more older kids.
They're older kids?
Yeah, so, like the little girl at daycare. So he goes to in-home daycare because they're a little bit cheaper than like the actual like facility. So we pay $230 a week.
Okay.
It's still expensive, but it's not as bad as it could be.
Mm-hmm.
And the little girl that he plays with there, they're both born the same year. They're both 7 months. So they were actually both born in the same month.
That's crazy.
Yeah, she was born the March 2nd, and he was born the 25th of March.
And he over here busting and tussing, hooting and hollering.
Mm-hmm.
Yup.
Because they're the same age.
Yeah.
Super, like,
Just finding more mom friends and just more
exposing him to kids because sometimes he's a little aggressive with other kids. Like he just grabs them by their clothes and like drags them over.
And I'm assuming that next year you guys will be out of Texas and somewhere new. So even like experiencing different cultures or anything like that, right?
Yeah. I just hope that if we do end up moving, that it's a good experience for all of us. I know he's moved everywhere. It's from South Carolina to Georgia to Texas to like he's been everywhere. And then of course like with the canine, with him being canine, he's been on many missions like overseas and to different states, and so he's used to all that traveling. Me, I've been here my whole life, and I would just travel like for fun, not so much for work or like to move somewhere or anything. So I just pray that it's a good experience for all of us.
Well, that's awesome. Oh, well, I think he's like, Mom, I think we need to go home.
Are we done?
So, thank you so much for sharing your story, Jocelyn. I'm so excited to share your story with everyone out there. Yeah, thank you so much
For inviting us. It was so fun.
Of course, and he is welcome anytime. And thank you, Mr. Weiland, for being here and being such a great guest.
Putting in your 2 cents.
All right, guys. That's a wrap.